Hello YouTube. I want to start making more regular videos on YouTube because then I can share it to Facebook and it's super easy. If you don't already follow me, it's @DeniseJacqueline on Instagram. I share all things spirituality, self-love, self-care, healing from trauma, stepping into your power, and really being your authentic self. I've recently learned that to me, freedom is success. Success is freedom. That's my definition, and that's why I'm trying to create. I am creating this life for myself that allows me to live by my own terms and really step into my true power and true divinity as a healer, as a coach, as a guide, as somebody who's obsessed with all things to do with wellness and your body and healing. And I want to share a little bit about my story because I feel like people don't really know, As a kid, I was always that kid on the playground who was like kind of an outcast, not really, like people were really drawn to me, but I was pretty shy, and I think I was absorbing energies from the kids around me from a young age, and I didn't really know that actually. Because now I'm so aware and sensitive of my energy. I have to watch who I'm around. I get easily drained, and I really have to fill up my cup. I have to recharge. I'm constantly wearing black tourmaline, obsidian, cleansing myself, really being aware of my energy and how it gets off balance based on certain activities I do or people I am with. And, as a kid, you're not really aware of that. It wasn't something we talked about in my family. No one was spiritual. No one talked about energy. I was born and raised Catholic. And now that, I've really stepped into my own, I'm like, this is so freaking cool. So I kind of just become obsessed with energy and healing, all things self-care, all things stepping into your power, as I've said. And it took me a really long time to get here, to be honest. I just turned 28, and my whole life I feel like I haven't really been living for myself. And just this year, in 2020, I feel like, okay, it's time, If not now, then when? It's 2020, there's so much going on. We're still waiting for election results in the US. I'm in Canada, but there is so much has happened this year, not only in the collective, but in people's personal lives, relationships shattered, money issues, jobs lost, security shaken, everything is gone in front of us. And I've had this time to slow down and to reconnect to myself, and I've always had a strong intuition, and I've always known really what I want. I was just blocking it out. I wasn't listening to it because I didn't know how, and I didn't think I deserved that. I really consider myself a people pleaser, and I let people kind of take advantage of me. I had poor boundaries for most of my life because I wanted to keep the peace. I didn't want to rock the boat, and I also was just afraid of speaking up. And now it's so funny because part of my purpose and my mission is to share messages with the world and really be a speaker and that beacon of light. So, our biggest kind of challenge or obstacle or the heroine's journey, it's really what you are most afraid of. It's really what you fear the most. It might be something that you really struggle with or you're really learning to step into still. Overcoming that is the journey, that is the growth, that is the mission, and in turn helping others with that if you're on kind of the light worker healer journey. And it's pretty cool because as I've really tapped back into all my inner child work and doing shadow work, I've noticed in my mind, I've connected these dots that I've actually been doing this stuff my whole life. I really have, I just wasn't aware of it, right? And that's what happens when we come to Earth. We don't remember. We don't remember why we're here or what we're doing. So we just go get a job, we just marry the person that looks at us. Like we kind of play small. I don't have enough money for that. I have to save for that. I can't do that. Oh, that's too crazy. Gotta wear this, gotta do that. It's like all these rules that we're abiding by, and I just am not about it, to be honest. People tell me to do something and I want to do the exact opposite. I don't know if I have like a rebel tendency or what, but it's like I've always been this free spirit, and I've always want to live life on my own terms. I just got caught up in the real world and all this mumbo jumbo, and I lost myself. I've lost myself many times. I still lose myself many times because I am still learning how to manage my energy, and it is sensitive, but I know that the more I stop and assess where I'm at, take deep breaths and honor how far I've come, and really fill up my cup, the more life gives back to me and flows and becomes easy and becomes effortless. When we're trying to control, when we're stuck in ego mentality, we don't allow for the universe to meet us where we're at. We block that transmission. And that's what's happened to me in my past. And I'm aware of it now, so I'm not going to repeat those cycles, But, you know, for people who have really dealt with trauma, really dealt with issues, relationship breakups, abuse, that's really left them feeling less than, like they don't matter, they're not enough, we feel like we don't deserve it. We feel like we can't have it. We feel selfish. We feel bad for even putting ourselves first. It seems like wrong to do that. And this is your permission slip to go for it, to drop that, to tune out the noise. You know, that critical parent, it can be loud in your mind. Don't do that, stop that, watch that. And we have to tap back into our hearts and let our hearts guide us. So whatever you want for yourself, whether it is a freedom life, whether you are a visionary, a heart-led leader, coach, guide, influencer, I don't even know all the terms anymore, go for it. And just do what makes you happy. You know, I know not everyone's like me, and that's totally cool, but I'm kind of just putting the dots together, and it really feels magical to be able to give back in this way. Just being me and shining my light the way I was born to, the way you were born to, whatever it is that really lights you up, that's what you're here to do. I picked an oracle card before I jumped on YouTube, and it says you're already doing it. Stop overthinking, keep facing your true north. So whatever it is you don't think is about to happen, it is. Keep going. Don't give up. And sometimes you have to slow down and do less actually to receive and see that manifestation in this 3D realm. I love you guys so much.